Well, good morning, everybody. We are back in the late garden. There it is in the back. And I may have to rename this and say, welcome to the war room. Because we have corn damage this morning. So it's been extremely hot. And everything is looking for somewhere to drink, somewhere to eat. I'm going to say up front, I'm a 7 user. I love it. I use it regularly, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I know it's not for everybody. A lot of people want to do this without pesticides and things like that, and that's great for them. If you choose to use pesticides, that's great for you, and it's great for me, and I really like it. So I do use 7. I use a liquid 7. My garden takes about 2 gallons every 10 days to go spray over everything, and to this point, it's done a very, very good job. And despite everything that it does, it's not perfect, and it's not going to catch everything. Pardon the squinting if the sun's kind of bright now. My sunglasses on. But we do have damage. So let me show you what we're looking at, and then I'll show you what I've done to try to mitigate some of this, and because I think I caught it early enough, it's not that big of a deal. But we'll see what we can do to mitigate some. So let me show you what I'm looking at. So we're going to look at this corn stalk right here. And everybody knows this is what healthy corn looks like, right? We've got our wonderful shoots coming out. Leaves are nice and tight. They're pretty much a single color. There's a little bit of dryness right there, which tells me maybe I need to change my watering just a little bit, but it's only on the tip, so I'm not worried about it yet. But everything else is tight. The leaves are very taut. So first, let me show you what's not bug damage. This is not bug damage. This is me damage. This is me getting rough with the corn. I need to back off a little bit. That is not bug damage. This, however, is bug damage. You can see right there something has been munching on this corn. Further evidence of that is all this black stuff. Those are castings from a worm. I call it a corn worm. I don't know what it really is. I'll look it up. But it's castings from a worm. And they're on this stalk. Here's the top of that one. And you can see he's made it all the way to the top of this stalk. But he hasn't quite started chewing on the silks yet. We got lucky, and I caught him just a few minutes ago, and I crushed him into oblivion. And it felt good. However, I didn't catch him in time to get them all, because we do have one that's completely decimated. And this is what decimated corn looks like. Isn't it pretty? No, it's not. It's a terrible thing. But you can see the silks are gone. This is a tiller, by the way. For those of you that don't know what a tiller is a secondary stalk coming off a primary. So this is my primary stalk here. And we have one tiller, we have another tiller back here, and we have this tiller right here. Back in the old days when they were doing corn, like in the 40s, they would send the kids out into the fields to pick these tillers off. And the reason why is they thought it was going to affect the overall yield of the crop. However, science has now shown that that's not the case. In fact, tillers can actually increase yield as long as they're watered properly, which these are. So we have corn coming out of many of the tillers. So instead of getting a few ears of corn out of one, we're going to get many, many, many. We'll see about that. But okay, back to the damage though. So here's the damage. You can see this. You can see where the silks would normally be are completely gone. Everything is chewed up. The leaves are chewed on, and you have fresh castings down inside. So we didn't catch this one in time. So what I'm going to end up doing is cutting this tiller off, because it's no longer going to be producing. So we'll get rid of it. What this tells me is I didn't get enough 7 down in these leaves, and they went to town. What this tells me is that I got enough 7 on the leaves, and they took a couple of bites and went, nope, that's not for me. So that's what we're dealing with right now. So what did I do to mitigate this? Well, I mixed up 2 gallons of 7 this morning, because I'm on day number 9. And I went ahead and sprayed everything down. So the corn's all been sprayed. So with that being said, how often, oh, there's a shadow. How often should you 7 a garden like this? Well, the instructions say every 10 days to give everything a thorough wash down with the 7. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been every 7 days, that's what I've been doing. And to this point, it's worked very, very, very well. So I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. I'm just going to make sure to be a little more thorough with the corn and get it down inside where the silks are, because that's where the corn's going to be made. So it does have downsides. One big downside is you just can't pick something out of the garden and eat it. You have to go home and wash it. You have to take and wash it. Unless you're past that 10-day mark, in which case you can pick and eat. I still don't think I would do that. I still think I would take it inside and give it a quick wash off before I eat anything. But that includes pumpkins, it includes zucchini, it includes, everything gets covered in this, including our grapes. So anyways, that's what we're dealing with this morning. How are you guys doing?